Jalen Jacoby is presented by Grey Goose.
He is Jalen Rose. I am David Jacoby. We are Jalen Jacoby. What is
What
it
up,
that
Joe?
we do?
We give the people what they want.
We have so much show today. James Harden turning down $50 million a year, saying he wants to go to Brooklyn. Chris Paul going to the Suns, and NBA prospect Tyrese Maxey will be joining us, but we start in Milwaukee, where they have upgraded the roster in hopes of retaining Giannis Antetokounmpo. What did they do? They moved Bledsoe to New Orleans and a bunch of picks to bring back Jrue Holiday. Then they weren't done. They brought in Bogdanovic for Wilson, Ilyasova, DiVincenzo, and others. Jalen, if you are Giannis Antetokounmpo, you're looking at all these moves they've made. Are you ready to sign the dotted line?
There's no reason for me to sign the dotted line this offseason. It's basically going to be the same money next season. And the Bucks did do a terrific job of upgrading their team. However, the Bucks had the best record in the NBA the last 2 seasons. Also, they have the reigning back-to-back MVP. So what's going to change? What's going to change now is Holiday at the point gives you a consistent and better scorer than Bledsoe and a better playmaker. But more importantly, the last 3 years in the playoffs, Eric Bledsoe just bombed. You remember a guy named Scary Terry? They were showing up to basketball games wearing a Bledsoe jersey. That was during the playoffs. The last couple of years, it has continued to get worse for Eric. So based on that, they needed to move him. You get Bogdanovic. He's basically a high 30% three-point shooter. He's going to spread the floor. This now gives the Bucks, on paper, their legitimate opportunity to live up to their regular season promise. But the teams around them are getting better too, because we saw Doc Rivers is with the Celtics. Doc Rivers is with the Sixers. The Celtics still have Jaylen Brown. They still have Jason Tatum. What's going to happen at their point guard spot? But for Milwaukee, this is their solidified opportunity to make the NBA Finals.
They did this just for Giannis. They didn't surprise Giannis with any of these moves. And you know what this? I'm scared, Jalen. I'm terrified. I'm terrified that Giannis Antetokounmpo signs the deal this summer instead of waiting until next summer, because there's no motivation to do so, like you said. Why would he do it now when he can wait? Because they've always had a nice roster. They've always won a ton of regular season games. They always have. The problem isn't winning games, it's winning playoff series, and they've always had trouble with that. Is it the system that Coach Bud runs with their gimmicky defense? Maybe it's that. Is it playoff performance like Eric Bledsoe? Maybe they can change that. But if I'm Giannis, you still need to audition for me. I won the MVP this year. I won the MVP last year. You still need to show me not just that you can upgrade at a couple positions, that we can win championships, that we can win the Eastern Conference, and then I will sign an extension after that. Now, there's another thing to this too, Jalen Rose. They've upgraded, but did they upgrade that much? Take a look at the difference between Jrue Holiday and Eric Bledsoe. Just purely the numbers, okay? What does this tell you?
It tells me that there is an upgrade there offensively. That's the key, Jacoby. And consistency, because you hope Holiday's going to play better in the playoffs than Bledsoe has done. But this is a perfect example of why, when you're a small market team and you cultivate young talents like Malcolm Brogdon, once you develop them, you should sign them. When you let them go to Indiana for a check, now you're spinning your wheels and you're giving up players that are fairly comparable for basically the same compensation package that the Pelicans got for Anthony Davis. They have 3 first-round picks, Jacoby. So, in other words, when you're doing a deal like that, you're on the phone with Giannis. Like, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you care about 1 pick? Do you care about 2 picks? Do you really care about the 3rd pick? And then when you do the deal, you're doing this for an audience of 1. This ain't for the fans. This ain't for the media. This ain't for the coaching staff. If Giannis feels like these are the moves that you need to make in order to improve the squad and keep him there, that's what you do. But based on those stats you just put up there, and that's why you can't necessarily judge players by numbers, they're fairly comparable. However, here's going to be the difference. When the Milwaukee Bucks have a top record this year, along with the Nets, the Celtics, the Sixers, the Raptors play great regular season basketball, the Miami Heat, you know what's going to happen? They're going to have 3 All-Stars this time, not just 2. That's going to be the difference. He's going to be a legitimate Eastern Conference All-Star at the point guard spot.
Well, there's also some big news from Houston. James Harden was reportedly offered a $103 million 2-year extension. That's over $50 million a year to play basketball. He turned it down, and according to Woj, he said, "Get me to Brooklyn." Jalen, what do you think about this news?
So if I got to think about $50 million or getting to Brooklyn, I'm getting closer to the $50 million. Because if I'm Brooklyn, of course I want to add James Harden. Of course I do. But if you're Houston, well, you better be giving me Kyrie. And since that's not going to happen, I don't see a deal taking place between those two teams. And James Harden, who's been a terrific performer for the Rockets, one of the top teams in the West constantly. He's been an MVP candidate constantly, even winning the award. He's been a scoring champ. If he leaves Houston, he accomplishes a duality. Because if you look at the West, Jacoby, we just saw Devin Booker get CP3. The Splash Brothers are going to come back. We know about the Lakers. We know about the Clippers. Jokic is in Denver. Each team, like Portland has Dame. You go down the line, each team has a great player. That doesn't happen necessarily in the East. So basically, if you're James, not only do you get away from the Rockets, in theory, if you don't feel like they're a contender, you're escaping from the Western Conference. Luka Doncic and those young players like that are continuing to ascend. And the East has been a revolving door. Kawhi goes there 1 year, wins the championship. Miami Heat, 4 or 5 seed, get to the finals. It's a revolving door. So in James Harden's mind, I want to go team back up with D'Antoni. I want to go team back up with Daryl Morey. And just from a business standpoint, let me point something out to you. When Daryl Morey made his unfavorable comments to the people in China, the Houston Rockets are the most popular team in the NBA in that market based on Yao Ming, which told me unless the Rockets outplay expectations and make it to the finals, I felt like this was going to be his final year with them anyway, because they want to continue to be able to function in that market. So now, with him not being there, if I'm the Houston Rockets, I'm not just trading James Harden unless I'm getting something elite in return. Not going to be able to do it!
Love Spencer Dinwiddie, love Karis LeVert, love Jared Allen, but they are not James Harden. Well, there was another big move in the NBA yesterday. Future Hall of Famer, one of the best point guards to ever play the position, Chris Paul, is now a Phoenix Sun. Jalen, now he was apparently consulted. He wanted to go there and run with Devin Booker. What do you think about the future of the Suns, and what are your expectations for this new nucleus?
Phoenix hasn't made the playoffs in 10 years, and the lower part of the Western Conference is in flux. So if you're Phoenix, there's a legitimate opportunity for you to make the playoffs. You reunite him with Monty Williams, where they teamed up in New Orleans. And so I like what he's going to be able to do for Bridges and aiding those young players, and then taking pressure off of Booker, not only from a leadership standpoint, but allowing him to flourish as a scorer. So this is a win definitely for the Phoenix Suns and putting them solidified in position to be a playoff team.
This is huge for DeAndre Ayton. Everybody's talking about Devin Booker and Paul and Booker playing together. DeAndre Ayton, low-key, was great in the bubble, had a good season last season, and Chris Paul's going to get him so many buckets. Jalen, we're about to be joined by future NBA star Tyrese Maxey. He's going to be drafted tomorrow, and he joins us next. Make sure you stay tuned. You're watching Jalen and Jacoby.
You're watching Jalen and Jacoby, presented by Grey Goose.
Coming to you live from Pier 17 in the South Street Seaport and brought to you by Chase. Welcome back to Jalen Jacoby. Jalen, we have the honor of being blessed with the presence of soon-to-be lottery pick Tyrese Maxey joining the program. Salute to you. You are so close to being an NBA basketball player.
Indeed.
Thank you so much for taking the time in advance of the draft to hang out with us. Now, I want to start with this. You obviously are from the University of Kentucky and a Wildcat, and you follow the footsteps of people like Jamal Murray and Devin Booker and Tyler Hero, all of which sort of made a leap from college into league to make an impact to get to that next level. What does the next level look like for you? How do you up your game when you enter the league?
Yeah, first of all, thank y'all for having me. I'm excited to be here, and it's good to talk to y'all. And yeah, you're right. And I feel like those guys, the Jamal Murrays, the Devin Bookers, the Tyler Heroes, even the Bam Adebayos, if you look at him, the way he's progressed in the National Basketball Association, I feel like those guys, at Kentucky, we have to play a role. We have a lot of different elite guys. Coach Cal does a really good job of making us play together and sacrifice. And then when you get to the NBA, you can kind of show, their entire full package, your entire game, everything that you wasn't able to show at the University of Kentucky.
You and Anthony Edwards participated in the Clutch Sports Pro Day, led by my brother Rich Paul. What was it like basically having a job interview in front of superstars like LeBron James, Trae Young, and my fellow lefty Quavo there to represent?
It was great, man. It was amazing. It was a great atmosphere. Me and Ant go way back. We built a relationship, a great friendship at the McDonald's All-American game. Kudos to him, great player, great kid, even better person. But it was an even amazing feeling to work out in front of those guys like LeBron, like you said, Quavo, everybody, Anthony Davis, the entire Clutch family. And it was great. It was, a cool event. It was crazy to be a part of that first experience, and I think it went really well.
Tyrese, what is it like to look down at your phone and one of the numbers in it is LeBron James? What is some of the best advice he's given you about this process so far?
It's cool to have someone like LeBron James and, like I said, Ben Simmons and those different guys as older brothers. And that's one reason why I decided to go with Clutch. And because it's not just, Rich, it's not just LeBron, it's the entire family. The entire family of Clutch is amazing. It's great to have those guys around. They give you great advice. Like LeBron told me, just keep working, man. The work ethic that I have, he wants me to keep that and take it to the next level, never get content. And just go 100% every day. Get 1% better every single day as long as you're playing.
Well, you play a position, it's sort of a positionless sport, but you're going to be defending players like Dame and Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry, trying to chase him around screens. Who are some of the players you're excited to go up against on both ends of the floor when you start the season in like a month and a half?
Oh, it's a lot of different players. You I grew up liking Dwayne Wade out the league now. And I think after Dwayne Wade left, I felt like the game of C.J. McCollum and Kyrie Irving and the Jamal Murrays of the league, those guys are kind of paving the way for me because they kind of play on and off the ball. Jrue Holiday is a great defender, and I feel like I'm a pretty good defender as well. And Jamal Murray is able to, y'all saw what he was able to do in the bubble. Him and Donovan Mitchell are kind of like, I feel like I fit right in with those type of players. So it'd be amazing to go up against those guys and be able to compete and have fun every single night.
How has it been for you training, getting ready for the NBA draft during a pandemic when we're social distancing, we're wearing masks? What has this process been like for you over these past couple of months?
It's been great. It's been amazing. I mean, it's tough times in America today because of the pandemic and everything that's going on. But I think it's really has helped me keep my head low. I came out to LA in May. I've been out here since May, and I've been working with trainer Chris Johnson. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, I like to be in the gym first before everybody. So when I first got out, he had me my first workout at 10, and I asked him, could we move it up to 6 o'clock? So every day since May, I've been going at 6 o'clock in the morning, first one in the gym, making 800 shots during that period. It's crazy because I've been here since May. So I've seen a lot of different people come in and out of what he calls the barbershop. So, I've seen everybody. They come in for a week, different things like that. Like I worked out with Rondo before he went to the bubble. So that's how long I've been here. But yeah, I did. I worked out at 6. After that, I come over here to sports rehab where I am right now, getting my lift in. So my second workout of the day, I just finished that. Hopped on here with y'all, and then after this, I'll be on my way back to Chris Johnson for number 3 at 10 o'clock. You know, getting those shots up, getting those reps in, working on the ball handling and different things like that.
So you're from Dallas, Texas. It's very warm down there. There are some teams up north with some picks that kind of where you fall. Like, are you ready to live that Scully winter jacket, Timberland boots lifestyle if you have to?
I mean, at the end of the day, we play basketball inside. I mean, if we was outside playing football or, you know, baseball or something like that, then, you know, it'll be a different story. But I'll just be happy for whoever drafts me and whoever, you know, takes a chance on me, and I'm going to go out there and give my all to the organization, no matter if it's snowing every day, hot every day, raining every day, who knows. But I know one thing that's consistent. I mean, the temperature in the gym is set the same everywhere, wherever you are in the world. So that's going to be the good part about it.
And also, that money is green everywhere, Jacoby, and it cashes because it's banks in every city. It's banks in every city. Now,
it works everywhere,
Tyrese, Exactly. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I think it's bad for my health. Okay, Jacoby's a Die Easy fan because he's not going to stick to a team too long. You're from Dallas. What's going on with your Cowboys?
You know, I've been the Cowboys. I was born into Cowboys Nation. Like, I was born into it. So it's not optional. It's not optional. My dad, my uncle, grandfather, they were all Cowboys fans. So now I have an opportunity because I don't know, you know, wherever I'll be living, if it's in Dallas or wherever I get drafted to, I'm just gonna adopt that team. So if it's Dallas, I'm gonna stay with them. But, you know, I'm gonna go whatever team I go to. That's the football team I'm rocking with. I've been telling people, my uncle and everybody, that's who I'm rocking
Jacoby
with.
loves this. Look at him.
Welcome to the Die Easy fan base. It's so much better over here. You're never upset when you're always front running.
It's easy.
You're a terrific prospect, and I'll make you a promise. Wherever you go, that's where you're meant to be. So many times as players, we sit back and we try to see what roster we're going to fit into, what coach might like our game, and then all of a sudden, the team that actually drafts you is the one that really wants you. So how did going to Kentucky and playing for Coach Cal get you more league ready than most prospects who don't get the opportunity to play for Kentucky?
I think the work that we put in at the University of Kentucky is just at a different level. You know, Coach Cal holds us to a different standard. Like, he told us that, you know, if your end goal is to be a pro, if that's your goal, then I'm going to treat you like a pro. I'm going to treat you like a pro. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to be the one that's making you get in the gym. You're going to do that on your own. So we have to do, you know, we have to go to get in the gym. We have to have that self-motivation. And I think that's one thing, you know, a professional basketball player needs. Just because, you know, no one needs to be telling you, hey, you got to get up and get to the gym today. Hey, man, you got to do this, this, and that. You have to have that your own self-motivation and your own, you know, determination to do those things. And that's what Coach Cal instilled in us, you know, early on.
How do you think homeboy behind you feels about being on ESPN, lifting the 2-pound weights, getting the workout in?
hey, he's up early. What time is it? About 9 o'clock here? Hey, people doing at 12 o'clock, wherever they are on the East Coast, they're not working. He grew up grinding early. Hey, I ain't mad at him.
Salute to him. Tyrese, you are going to be an NBA basketball player in just over 24 hours. We are behind you. We just want to salute you. Thank you so much for your time. And we're so excited to watch you with Jerry West on your chest in December. Congratulations.
Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate y'all's time. Y'all have a good day.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Anytime, you too.
The 74th annual NBA draft is tomorrow at 7:30 on ESPN. So much intrigue. There'll be trades, there'll be picks, there'll be surprises. Make sure you tune in 7:30 tomorrow. Welcome back to Jalen and Jacoby. Jalen, sometimes on social media things get socially awkward. With the addition of Dennis Schroeder to the LA Lakers roster, there's a lot of speculation about Kyle Kuzma's future with the franchise, and that has led to this. If you check out his Twitter page now, it is deactivated. The account doesn't exist. What does that tell you about where his head is at right now?
It just lets me know what I already knew, that fans and media are jealous of my nephew, Kyle Kuzma. That's it. And then when he won the championship, people even tried to slander him further by saying he did not deserve a ring. Here's the deal. He's a terrific basketball player. I'm glad that he disconnected himself from social media because y'all don't deserve to kick it with my guy right now.
Well, sometimes your light doesn't shine that bright when you are playing with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, two of the best players in the league. But Jalen, I think this is good for him. Pay attention to not what's on your phone, but who's in your phone. Sometimes you have to disassociate yourself from the social media apps and just focus on what's important. Congratulations to him. Wish him the best. And also, Jalen, it's a very special show tomorrow on draft day. Who's going to be joining us on Jalen Jacoby at 2 p.m.?
Two young men that are not only terrific basketball players, but amazing people. Obi Toppin and LaMelo Ball will be here to represent for the NBA draft tomorrow.
That's 2 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure you tune in.